to.
So you're just behind me, Bill.
Hey, yeah, so yeah, this is us. We did it. We're on. 3, 2, 1. Bill.
Bill, you're go for it, bud.
3, 2, 1.
Bill.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's going on?
Oh, yo, you can hear me. Hopefully,
Yeah.
He's a little
Yeah, I know.
laggy.
I'm just gonna cross my fingers that my internet holds up. My super duper fancy internet that I just got the box.
Bill,
Yeah, I do see a little bit of lag.
you're lagging pretty bad
Well,
over here.
Hopefully this thing
He's lagging a
holds
bit.
up.
I think the
Yeah.
coronavirus is killing the internet for everyone.
Yeah.
Intranet.
All right, you guys.
Yeah, we'll take over. Just see if you could get that straightened out.
Let me just point out that I just got brand new high-speed Xfinity internet.
He's very frustrated right now, guys and gals. He's very frustrated.
Yeah, so here we are. They say we're good. I don't know. I can't hear Bill. Bill's like muffled real bad for us, me and Joe.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Good to see everybody, though.
Yeah.
How's your week been, bud? I would say buds, but I don't know if Bill's going to be able to hear me.
I had
Yeah, even when I'm watching the playback.
Yeah, Bill. I don't know. You're cutting out a
Looks
little
like
bit.
garbage.
Anyway, so this week started off.
Yeah, I
man,
can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
now?
but you cut in and out.
So anyway, this week
Keep the
started
chat
off-
occupied, Bill. Sorry, Adam. Keep the chat occupied.
I'm just trying to
right
keep this moving, so we're not like. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Anyway. So how was your week, Joe? How was your week?
now. You know what? For the most part, it's still been pretty busy. Considering, it's funny because the government's giving incentives to workers and whatnot. They're making us essential. I'm pretty sure worldwide. But then it's up to the customers when it comes down to it, right? If the customers don't want you there, the clients, then no matter how essential you are, you're not going to get business. But it looks like it's starting to slow down a little bit. But you know what? It could be worse. So we're gonna play it as it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's getting a little funny. Like I'm starting to have like a weird feeling going into people's houses, running service calls and that. I don't know about you, but
Yeah, like it's a tough one, dude. Fortunately, a couple customers, that had to go do to service call this week. It's almost like, yeah, okay, doors open. Go ahead and do what you got to do, and the invoice, just send it to me later. Like, thank God I got a lot of those customers. But I feel bad for the peeps that are going to these people's houses, and there's kids around, and they're around, and they gotta touch things. It's like you don't want to touch anything. You're just so careful. It's shitty.
it's
a shitty
weird. Like
feeling.
I can't imagine being a doctor right now. Not to be talking about this again, like running this whole thing out again. You
No.
know, but
No.
the point is, I've been trying to make a conscious effort to try to be like cleaner and watch how I touch. I have those black, what are they called? Like the black Mamba or
Neoprene?
whatever. Yeah, those gloves, those black
Yeah.
gloves, and been wearing those. But the thing is, dude, you have to be so careful if you're trying not to spread anything, and it's so
I know.
difficult to do. If you're like a doctor or a nurse or whatever, you can't touch your cell phone. You can't touch
No.
your cell phone.
No.
And the thing
That's-
is, like, you're touching your tools with your gloves. So
Yep.
if you do touch something, then you pretty much always have to use something unless you disinfect all your tools at some point, right?
That's
So-
that's the biggest thing when I come home. It's the phone. I think it's all of our weaknesses when we're in the car. We're not touching stuff, or maybe we're wearing gloves. What kind of gloves we're wearing? Who cares? It's just that then it comes down to your phone. It's like, oh shit, I didn't take out my glove. Oh wait, so if I didn't take out my glove, my phone's now infected. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anyways,
No, and like a lot of times I'll use my phone as a flashlight, right? I'll use my phone as a flashlight in
I
the
know.
basement when I'm working on something. So you pull it out, holding your gloves, turn on the flashlight on your phone, and you're like, well, my phone has got Corona on it right now.
right?
And I need a little lime with that Corona. I don't know. But
A little lime. Well, you know what? Let's get that off that topic. You know what? We hear that all the time on the news. Let's let's put something out there in the chat or whoever's watching. We were just talking about it before we came on here. We have a customer. He wants a space cooled, a room, and he does not like condensers.
So
What are some of the options?
yeah.
Go ahead.
So the room has to be. It's in a garage. It can't be ducted with anything in the rest of the garage, right? And just because there's going to be a pottery room kiln, and they don't want to spread smells or odors or whatever, you know what I mean? I don't know what it puts up, but that was their whole point. They that's what they're asking for. They don't want anything like that. So what would we do? We do have chilled water we could use. It's a small room. It's a small room.
So you know what? I was thinking about it, and there's two options. I think I'm pretty sure you know one of them is a fan coil. There's, Daikin makes them, Carrier makes them small fan coils and use a chilled water and just size the coil, respectively. Or you could do like I've done for, let's say, wine coolers. You ask for, let's say, what is it, 6,000, 8,000 BTU you need, whatever you got to get, a third horsepower, whatever compressor, and then they match your evaporator. You tell them, sorry, they match a condenser and to the compressor, but you ask them what temperature you want, and they'll give you an evaporator for that temperature.
The problem is,
yeah,
there's no space, and we don't have, you know what I mean? You can't use
small ductwork, just a little box for an evaporator and a fan. That's all you need.
It's small. It's a small space, and we don't want to penetrate the walls with anything. Well, I mean, we could penetrate it. We don't want to penetrate with ductwork. In the garage side, there's a mechanical room. The mechanical room is very full right now.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Corona. I was thinking.
No,
I was looking at. I found Space Pack has. I don't know how new they are. I remember they had the air cell, which you could connect the air cell to an outdoor chiller, and you could actually connect it to a boiler too, right? So all the refrigerant stays outside, and you run, glycol, water mixture, whatever, up to the air cell air handler. And it was like a little air handler that you didn't need the ductwork for. It had the little small 2-inch taps, like 8 of them on this thing. Okay, so I was kind of looking at that to see if you could use something like that, but Space Pack discontinued it. What they do have though, they have like a mini split looking head that you could run chilled water through. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like a fan coil.
I was thinking that, but a fan coil, my only problem with that is most of them that you find, if you look at the minimum CFM, it's a lot, and it's a small room, and it's going to be a noise issue, I
believe who makes them? There's certain manufacturers, I think even Goodman makes them. Smaller applications, they'll make them vertical, they'll make them horizontal, and it's just your standard fan coil with, let's say, you could build your box around or whatever you got to do. You got your actuators you could add on. Some come with the actuators built in, like a Daikin. But there's a few options, and I still think I still love, me, and I love my water cooled condensers. Stick it on there. I don't know how your city's good with running water and wasting it, but that's about it. I don't know. A few options.
Damn, my chat just disappeared.
You look a lot cleaner now, Bill. Did you take a shower?
Awesome. I trimmed up my beard, if that's what you're talking about.
He sent an email to Comcast and sent them a death threat to up his internet speed. That's my.
No, what I'm going to do, as soon as we're done with this, I'm going to get in my truck. I'm going to drive to Xfinity, and I'm going to punch the first guy I see.
And then look at the second guy and say, that's a warning to you. Get this shit fixed.
Yeah,
get this shit fixed. I guess Xfinity doesn't know who I am and the kind of power I wield on this platform. I'm going to get at least, how many people we got watching? I'm going to get 44 people not liking Xfinity right now. So I'll bet their stocks are going to be dropping tomorrow. They're going to be like, oh, man, I wish Bill wouldn't have told 44 people that he doesn't like Xfinity because now we're out of business.
That's all we needed, right? The stock market.
He's gonna walk in there and say, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? No, sir. You must not watch YouTube.
And then I'm going to take my sunglasses off only to have like another pair of sunglasses underneath.
For
and
dramatics.
Then you guys really jacked up my YouTube show.
How was your week, Bill? Anyways.
Wasn't bad, kind of slow. Same old, I did get a couple jobs at some retirement homes, and I'll admit, man, I was kind of nervous. I was a little bit nervous going in there because they're not really telling exactly where the people who have tested positive for COVID-19 are. But there was just in my county recently, there's like 5, and then in the Ann Arbor area where I was working, there's a bunch more. But they don't really say like, oh, there's 5 at this hospital, there's 5 over here, you know. But I took as many precautions as I could going in there. They took our temperature. I wore gloves. I drank sanitizer, all that stuff. But hopefully I didn't catch anything or pass anything on anyway.
It's crazy how they took your temperature. I've heard now Detroit, Michigan, I believe, you could quote, don't quote me on this, but I've heard it's like the fastest spreading. I think you mentioned it and someone else told me.
Yeah, fastest growing.
The funny thing is I keep reading different cities.
Fastest growing city.
I hear different states and different cities are the fastest growing. I heard
New Orleans.
New Orleans is the fastest growing. So it's like it could be like an hourly thing that it changes. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I know New Orleans is a couple hundred cases behind Chicago or Illinois, or Louisiana is, but their deaths are like 5 times what we have in Illinois. And I'm just guessing it's because we have maybe I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but I think we probably have better hospitals than Louisiana. Generally in the Chicagoland area, because that's the majority.
You have to be,
right. So.
But I'll bet you your gunshot wounds and gunshot victims haven't outgrown the COVID-19 cases yet.
Well, I'm assuming the death rates on gunshot victims are going to go up substantially since the hospitals are filling up with coronavirus. Patients, right?
That's true. Yeah, they'll have nowhere to go.
It's funny because the only way we're gonna deal with this is it's gonna be on us. Even us as employees, or workers, it's on us. We can't spread the germ. I was watching this. There was a post, and a construction guy downtown here in the city got up on some skids, and he just started preaching, saying, "Listen, guys. What are we doing here? We're not."
I saw that.
You seen that? That's Toronto, bud.
He was like yelling at all the and he's like talking about the boss in the trailer. He's like, "This effing guy."
Yeah.
And he's like, "They're not doing anything to help us." He's like, "We're on the front line of this stuff." Yeah,
I'm glad you've seen that. I'm glad it's going on. That's Toronto, bud. It's
where was that
true.
at? Like what?
This is downtown Toronto. He just stand on top of
what factory is that?
It was construction guys on a condominium, like they're working on a condo or something, and he's trying to preach and tell the guys that he works with, "Listen, guys, we're not sanitary here. We're close together. There's no sanitary booths to wash your hands. No clean areas to eat or lunch. The boss is in his office, his own washroom, his own sanitary, like whatever amenities. But we're out here stuck, and we're gonna be infected. And I have an age. What did he say? An 85-year-old father or father-in-law, gonna croak at home. And he's scared. They're crying, and it was just pretty intense. And it's kind of true.
I mean, all right. So like, I was listening to Bill Gates today talk about it and saying that we are not being strict enough about allowing people out. They were kind of like wishy-washy. Listening to the governor of Illinois, Pritzker, he was like, "Yeah, we're sheltering in place or whatever. There's a stay-at-home order." I don't know if he said shelter in place, but he also said you can still go out and get gas. You can do this. You could do that. And he kind of like made it sound like kind of passive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what Bill Gates was saying is that can't be. Like, China is drastically improving their cases, but since they're in almost like borderline dictatorship regime, they told everyone, "You're staying home, no questions about it, period. Everyone's at home." And that's how they controlled it, right? So even if they did something like that and they told everyone, everyone is staying home no matter what, no questions asked. If they allow people like us to keep the homeowners safe and keep their heat on, keep their air conditioning on, we're the ones who are going to spread it.
That's right.
We're the ones who are going to spread it. It's going to be us who are going to get it. You know what I mean?
It's like one of us three is like bound to get it.
Yeah.
Me, you, or Bill is bound to get it. Anyways,
I'm hoping it's you then.
I'll take it. All right, I'll just fucking take it for you guys. No, I don't want to take it for
team, man.
I know. I'll take it for a team.
You got
I always
free
take it for a
healthcare?
team. Yeah, right. No matter what it comes down to, guys, I'll take for the team. Any of you guys in the side
Yeah,
chat,
you
I'll
got
take
free
for the team.
healthcare, man. You got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, true. But anyways, well, it was funny because I don't know if you guys seen a post. It did some gas valve on a huge carrier there. There was like a 15-ton carrier. Anyways, long story short, I look over to over my shoulder and I see the golfing range was still open, the driving range. I was
Dude,
like, what the hell's going? Are you kidding?
they're
But this was
finally
Yeah.
closing stuff like that. They're like right around here.
Yeah.
So like everything's been open. You could walk in and out. This morning I was like tired, dude. I'm stressed out about work because things are slowing down because of this. People are canceling estimates and everything. So like I'm up at night. I'm trying to figure things out. I've been averaging going to sleep at 1 o'clock in the morning every day. So in the morning I'm dead. So this morning I stopped off at Starbucks. Sorry, we're temporarily closed. Keep updated for further whatever. I don't know. There's a sign at the door. I went to Dunkin' Donuts. Same thing. I'm like, huh. Things are getting a little bit more serious. It seems over here now.
It's true. I think now if I want to go back, like go check, I think now they close. But it's funny, like up until the last minute, these guys are still open. I was like, what the hell?
Bill
Anyway,
Bill should go out and come back in.
yeah, hopefully
Yeah.
he's doing it. Yeah,
There he
he
is.
just dropped out.
But yeah, it's scary, dude. And I mean, my wife has asthma, very bad asthma, and my daughter has asthma. So
Yeah,
I wish that I had a place to go where I could it would be me, But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the whole thing is crazy, and the more you listen
Hey,
to
glad
it,
I could join you guys.
you're still blurry, but now you're at least you're moving blurry.
it's okay.
That's awesome.
Oh, you're gonna be on that phone tonight.
That's all right. My modem is powered by a single potato.
A hamster
Working
wheel.
pretty good.
But yeah, if you want,
Mm.
since Bill's, did you want to show something? Did you get some viewer pictures or videos, Adam?
We have some. We actually have. I have some. You have some. We have some that were sent in as well too. I mean, this is an interesting topic. Like things are changing
Yeah.
so quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care. Let's ask the people in the chat. Do they want to talk about this a little bit more? I mean, we could take calls about this too. You know
Yeah,
what
we
I
could
mean?
do anything, dude. Anything they want.
What do you guys want to
Mhm.
do? Do you guys want to call in? Do you want to see some pictures? What do you want to do today?
That's not a bad idea. You might as well take some calls because I'm just looking all blurry and shit down here. I'll just hang out in the chat if you're going to take some calls.
Well, let me put that on the screen here. Hold on, I gotta open it up. Don't call yet.
Yeah, no problem.
Don't call yet. How do I do this? Boom. Okay, that should work. Now you can call. If you want to call. I don't know. Do what you will.
Yeah, ready to call.
Yeah, it is
What's to say?
my
He's saying a SOS.
his internet sucks.
Poor guy.
I honestly, I was thinking the same thing. I was almost thinking it's better to get the coronavirus now before the hospitals are absolutely freaking packed with people where you're in the hallways waiting. Do it now before they're at that state. You'd have a better chance. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Pressurizing unit. Yama wants to make sure we tell the people. I'm pretty sure nobody does over here, but you might get the odd person that might think of pressurizing a unit with oxygen.
They're they're saying all right. So a couple of people in the chat are saying no more coronavirus. That's cool.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
So
Very likely. Yeah.
Bill's calling me.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about corona. You're right. We hear enough about it.
Hello?
Bill's calling?
No, this is my personal cell phone. Thanks for calling, though. Well, you got to call the correct number. Look at the screen. Is it? Come on.
Who was it? Who called your phone?
It's Bill. I'm hanging up
Oh.
on you. I got to check my settings here. Anyway, let's turn this off. Let's go through, I guess, and
Yeah.
let's go check this stuff out
It's
here.
fun to have fun on the internet.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So what do we
Can you
got?
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, put a couple pictures up.
Is
Talk
that-
about a few things people sent us.
So here, I'm gonna put.
That's definitely your personal number you posted up there.
All right, cool. Well, call me. We'll talk. We can chit chat. So, where'd the screen go?
Well, I mentioned about that oxygen thing. If you have that first, you can.
I didn't put that on there. That was actually, if you guys are members, if you're not members of the Facebook group, you should join the Facebook group. Yamo put some crazy pictures up. I'm pretty sure that dude died. He pressurized the system with oxygen and it blew up. And there's a picture of him laying there and there's like blood all over the place. And
Did he put that picture up too? The guy laying down? I hope not.
No.
God rest his soul if he did pass, but hopefully he didn't pass.
He's totally dead. He blew right in half.
I don't think.
But yeah, that was a crazy one. Here,
that was a crazy one, and it's so crazy how people are still doing that. You know, I guess it's cheaper. I don't know.
There's a few. I mean, that's happened in Mexico multiple times. What he's told us.
Yeah.
So I went to right before they shut down everything from the corona. I went to a restaurant with my long lost uncle that I've met 3 times in my life, and I thought this was interesting. The spiral ductwork here. They have. Now we're getting all kinds of calls. We're getting Yamo calling. And it's all coming to my cell phone for some reason, and it's not ringing through.
That's the number you posted.
Yeah, those diffusers are awesome and made it like a design and everything.
Silence this thing or do something here. Yeah.
Adam, can you get your shit together or what? Okay.
I'm trying here. We had another round of technical difficulties today before the show because YouTube is not working correctly.
Yeah.
But so I couldn't really.
How did our first show by ourselves go so much better than this?
I don't know. But anyways, so back to these diffusers. Stop calling now. We're not taking. Well, I'll take calls maybe a little bit later. But let me play. We'll go through a couple of these.
A couple viewer pictures.
Anyway, so these diffusers I thought were interesting because of the orientation of the diffusers.
That's awesome.
It's obviously, if you know the throw that diffusers are supposed to make. I mean, it looks really cool. It's just, I don't know, different.
Yeah,
if you will.
I think it'll still work fine.
It's gonna work. I mean, they have plenty of them. There's tons of airflow in that room, but it's just like they're.
What is that? 24-inch duct? What is that?
Yeah, something large, just larger than 20 for sure. So
yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Another one, I actually posted this, I think, on Instagram. I don't know if I posted this on Facebook or not, but I thought this was funny. A very old boiler I worked on. This lady didn't want to fix anything in there, but the water heater. Check out this T. The boiler was going into the backside of this T, and the water heater, obviously they put this in themselves. There was a 4-inch tap on the T, and instead of getting a reducer, they just stuck the 3-inch pipe in the hole and laid it there.
I'll let you know when I see it on my screen. Haven't seen it yet. There it is. Wow.
So that's another funny one, right?
That's code.
Yeah. So keep moving through mine from the week or week and a half or whatever. So I was doing a combustion test on an older furnace, and the gas pressure was a little bit off, and the combustion was a little off. I was going to try to adjust the gas pressure, and I went to go take the cap off the adjustment screw. Check out this freaking screw, man. Like, I don't know what people are trying to use, a thermostat screwdriver or what they're trying to do, but I could not get this thing out. And then they're trying to, it looks like around the edges they tried like channel locks or something.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'm like, hey, either I could, pull the valve and try. I didn't want to loosen the cap and like take it off and not being able to tighten it again, because you'll get a little gas that will come out of that screw hole. A slight amount, not a lot, but you will get gas that will come out of that screw hole. So I left it as it is. It was within range. I was just trying to, get the thing running perfect, which it didn't. It wasn't. I didn't.
Wow. No, of course not. That's not moving. But
so I showed this to you guys, Joe, Bill, and Yamo.
Yeah.
And
You
Oh,
could
there
tell
was
some.
another one I had this week, but I didn't post it up there. I'll do it next week. But so I ran a service call on this Nordyne furnace. It's I believe a Frigidaire. And I walked into the room, and as soon as I walked in, I was like, did someone put the doors on upside down on this thing? What's going on this furnace? So I'm looking at it. I pulled the doors off. I'm like, they're not upside down. So they have a counterflow furnace, a downflow furnace, sitting on the finished grade floor with the coil above it. Yeah, so I thought that was awesome. And then there was another little peculiar thing. On the door, when I went to go take the doors off, there was like a chunk of the door cut out.
Oh, that's funny.
So I'm looking at the door. I'm like confused. Who would cut out the door, and why would they put Phillips head screws on each side of the cutout? I'm just confused. I don't know why they did it. And then I went to go talk to the customer, and I went to go open the door, and I realized, oh, they were trying to clear the striker or whatever that thing is called on the door. So they cut it out so the door could open. Awesome.
Jesus, who would do something like that? Look at that.
I don't know.
Wow.
But yeah, that was awesome. And the funny thing is, now that I'm trying to collect these BS photos of crazy things, I'm realizing how many there are out there because I'm running into them all the time, you know?
Yeah.
Daily I'm running into this stuff. So
wow.
Yeah.
What was wrong with that furnace anyways? Anything wrong with it?
Igniter.
Oh, okay.
It was one of those goofy Nordyne igniters where it's got the bracket and, you know,
you
put the Mullix plug on it and all that.
So I wonder how much airflow or like restriction you're getting the way that is oriented, the furnace.
I don't think you're really getting, because air handlers, the coil's on the return side, right? That's the way air handlers are generally oriented. So I don't think you're really gaining, you're changing the airflow all that much. But by code, local code, counterflow furnaces are not rated to sit on finished grade floors. Period.
Yeah, gotcha.
They're not rated to sit on finished grade floors. You need to put them up on something, a box, something, you know? That's the whole point of it. So, yeah, I don't know. But that was interesting. I don't even know why they did that. It doesn't make sense. What was the purpose of that? Maybe the hole... See, like if the hole's too big on a counterflow, I always like cut out a piece of wood, stick the wood on the floor, then I wrap the wood with metal. You know, that's what I do. Stick the coil on top. You know, you cut out the hole in the center, you figure out your hole, and then you're good, right? Yep. Maybe the hole is too big, and they're like,
what do we do?
What do we do? I don't know.
Like that.
So, yeah. And then we have, there was a little hackery that was sent in from Yamo, Monterrey, Mexico here.
Oh.
It looks like, I don't know if it's a liquid line on the side of a compressor, and it looks like it's just sheared off with some epoxy, some blue epoxy on it, right?
Oh, a small compressor.
Yeah. He has.
If Yamo's in chat, he could touch up on it
a little bit. Yeah, it actually looks like it has a fitting at the end of that, but I don't know what was the purpose of that? Why would somebody do something like that? But they did, and it didn't work.
Wow.
That's the point, right?
It's like some kind of resin. They try to use some kind of fiberglass resin or something to put it together.
JB Weld.
JB Weld, yeah.
Whatever epoxy they used, it wasn't good enough.
No.
They could try those Rector Seal shark bites that everyone's raving about, trying to sell you at the supply house right now. I'll laugh at them when you should really try these out. I'm like, why? What's the?
I know
the shark bites.
Yeah.
Yamo said it was epoxy. It was some kind of epoxy resin, and it was a fridge compressor. China. Anyways.
So it was another nice couple vertical pictures.
Yeah. I like the vertical setup there when you want to.
There was I saw something somebody posted. My aunt's a realtor. She posted it. That's who posted it. There was something on Facebook where it says, my house got toilet papered last night and the value went up to $900,000.
Oh, man, it's hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah, right? Bill, you're here. Oh, my God. So glad you're here.
Yeah.
You made it.
Coffee and Corona.
Yeah, don't ask me how. I have no idea what's going on my internet, but
You need to run downstairs and get all your kids off of Netflix. That's what you need to do.
no, I just got one TV going that's hooked up to the Disney Channel right now. Disney Plus.
We had, from last week, we had our friend Steve. How do you say his last name? Is it Domansky?
I think so, yeah. Something like that.
He sent in a bunch
Sorry,
of cool
Steve
pictures.
Cool.
This house, I don't know if there wasn't too much explanation in the email, but I'm assuming maybe it's on a slab and the ducts are rotted and there's water in there, but check out this ivy, this wicked ivy coming out of the ductwork, the supply vent there. That's pretty awesome. It's growing out. You don't even need if you want plants, hey man, you don't need to water them in that case. They're just growing out of your vents. They need to put a lattice there against the
drawn
window.
out of a vent?
Yeah.
Oh my, yeah. You know what, dude? I seen this picture from a distance, and I thought it was a snake. I thought somebody posted it. There was a snake in their house, and now it's, wow.
Yeah.
That's why, dude. I don't know if you hear.
Yeah, that doesn't just spring up on you.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Right?
look at the house. I don't know how well you could see this, but it's coming up, Joe. There's a lag. I know you're gonna say there's a lag, but there is a lag. There's mold.
You guys got a lag too?
Everyone has a lag. There's the ceiling, the amount of mold in this ceiling. I hope nobody's living in this house because they're drastically shortening their life expectancy by doing so, I would say.
And you know what? I love the ivy. It's just you hear too many bad things about it. There's two different types of ivy for houses, and I heard one is just nasty. It just goes in everywhere.
Isn't one of them like a poison ivy?
Well, that's poison ivy, yeah, but
I don't think it's meant to be grown in your ductwork.
no, like how's
It shouldn't be.
well, you know, if it's getting your ductwork there's some major insulation or structural issues in that house.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Steve said it's a vacant rental.
Yeah, ain't no Mike Holmes house, that's for sure.
You need to gut that place, number one. They called him in.
Yeah, you need to have those twins from the HGTV show get out there and do something with it.
Oh, Property Brothers?
Those are Joe's neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Property Brothers or Chip and Joanna Gaines, get them out there. They'll fix that bad boy right up.
There you go.
They would
She'll decorate it with a bunch of antique-looking garbage and then barely paint the walls and
add a lot of
shiplap. Yeah, put some shiplap on there.
Boom.
Yeah,
put some white paint on the floors and dry rub it.
That is a moment, just like somebody said in the chat. Ew, for sure. I would not want to be even near that house right now.
I think they need more than a dehumidifier. I think there's a catastrophic issue in the house.
They need a house fire is what they need.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly like Kevin said.
What else do we have here? We have actually, was there another one? Oh, yeah, another one in the basement. Oh, there is. It's not on a slab. It's in a basement. They need something, dude. So if there's a basement there, they need a dehumidifier. They need a freaking commercial dehumidifier. Look at the mold in the basement. Unreal.
So they're obviously having water issues somewhere. Like, where is all this moisture coming from?
I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's the mystery.
You know what, dude? Like the ivy was coming into the house. There's probably holes everywhere, and it's just raining in the house. Whenever it rains, it just rains.
Yeah. Zach knows about house fires. He could help you out with that one, Steve.
Yeah.
What else is
yeah, that's nasty.
He was working on a unit here, and it had 2 low stage compressors installed instead of a low and a high on this 2-stage 2 compressor. I don't know if it was a condenser or heat pump or what it was. I can't really tell from the picture. But I thought that was interesting. That's another one that's like, yeah, I'll get that thing running for you. I got just the compressor for you at my shop. No problem.
What's this? Is it gonna, okay?
Maybe it was oversized. You know, I don't know.
Oh,
Who knows? But the funny thing is, it's just going to switch over. I don't know the difference between that 927 and the 931.
yeah.
The 3.1, maybe the 2.7's rated for 2 ton, and the 3.1 is 2.5. I don't know.
Maybe. I have no idea.
I've never seen a dual compressor set up like that before.
My mom has one. We put in a American Standard 18 SEER communicating 2-stage heat pump at her house.
Okay.
So it's awesome. It's loud when it switches. It's like click. You hear the
I
relay,
bet.
and it's but you'll hear one, switch over to the other compressor. It's pretty awesome. It has the charge assist on it. They don't do that anymore. So back when the original communicating systems came out, there was actually a button on the circuit board you could push, and it will ramp the blower speed up to the high setting inside the house to maximum cooling setting, and then it would ramp, bring on the second stage compressor, and then it would check I don't remember how they did it. It's been so long since they've done it, but I don't know if it's subcooling and superheat they reference, but there's temperature sensors on the actual piping of the unit, so that's how they're doing it. And it will tell you, it will say add charge or remove charge, and they had a tool you could plug into the circuit board, and you could hook it right to your jug and push the button on it, say charge, and it will charge it for you, and then it will shut off the valve on your refrigerant jug. It will charge it perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that before. Yeah, I'm assuming it's a train of the orange top, but that's crazy. I never seen it either, Bill. It's crazy.
What else do we have here? He had another fun one that looks like a.
Oh yeah, Steve said it's an 18. It was an 18 series. Yeah, that's Steve's picture still, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was another
train. Yeah.
What is this coil? Is that that looks like a carrier coil, right? A carrier coil.
I wish I could tell you, bud, but I'm still waiting for it.
Dude, you just got to play it off like you're watching it. That's the key.
Okay. That's a carrier. Yeah, I can see the metal, the way it folds into the.
I'm looking at the drain plugs on it. Actually, looking at it, look at how the drain is configured. I don't think it is a carrier.
Oh, there it is.
What is that? Is that a Nordine?
I like that sensing bulb placement.
And the tape.
It works.
And the tape, the duct tape.
That duct tape.
It kind of works.
I know. I have actually done it before. I've on an AC unit.
It's a ream. That's how I don't know it, because I've never installed a ream. It's got I think it has 3 plugs, right, on a ream. I don't know.
Does it?
I'm just making things
triangle.
Up. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, Shannon's just saying it's a ream as well. Yeah, Craig's saying that the reams are outside. I figured
they could, instead of using the
I
bulb
think I've
outside.
Done a good
it's fine.
well.
It's fine using the bulb outside of the coil. It's just the key is, why don't we insulate the line a little bit, and why don't we actually use a clamp or some type of device to get a solid connection on it?
It comes with a clamp too. It comes with a clamp, and it might even come with a piece of right tape, whatever you want to call it, the insulating tape.
Yep. So
crazy.
What else we got here? I'm gonna put a couple from. I'll do a couple of yours, Joe, and then we'll move on to other people's.
You know what? I don't even know what I sent you.
This is from last week, I guess. But you had a nice vertical picture of a pretty old boiler here. What is this one all about? The very old school boiler.
Oh, it was just in a condominium. Yeah, it's just crazy. I had to take a picture of it. I don't see too many of these anymore, and so I just took a picture of it. It's crazy.
That seems like it would be a very fun thing to haul out of the house.
Oh, I think that's why it's still there. No, it was a condominium. It was
okay. Well, either way, I wouldn't want to move it.
No. Look at that thing, dude.
Unreal. And then you sent over another picture. I'm not sure what this is. A commercial application. A lot of boilers with. These are not Series 100. They look a little bit larger. Like these are high velocity circulator pumps, Bell and Gossett, on these a whole row of boilers and a big storage.
Oh,
tank.
the Raybacks. Yeah, I just wanted to show you. It was pretty neat. I just had to show. It was in a condominium, and just looking at some pumps, and it was Bell and Gossett, and I just wanted to take a picture of that. Those boilers are just all in nice sequence. It's just pretty nice. It was like artwork. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's people having pride in their work,
Yeah, and you have to take pride in your work. It's nice. They look cool.
I don't know if this is you, Joe, but you have there's a little mini split hanging by a window here.
What's up, Dave? Mini split hanging by the window. Mini split window.
Right in front of a window, like 4 inches in
Oh,
front of
yes.
the big tiny
Yes.
window.
Yes.
What is this
They're
one
having
here?
problems with pressure, with temperature and pressure, guys. I wonder why. I'm going to have to think of something. I got to build a box or something. Look where that condenser is.
But they have the fan blowing towards the window, correct?
Yeah.
So here's
No.
the
I got to see the picture again, but I believe so, yes.
with mini splits though, so we did a Daikin. I think I put this up in one of the shows before. We did a Daikin way up high on a fire escape, like off the side. We bolted it. I had a welder custom build a bracket for it, right? And he built studs. I don't know what size bolts they were to go through, so we could lower it down onto the top and then bolt the unit right to it. And it was a perfect fit. And he used expanded steel on the bottom. It was very nice. But my whole thing was a lot of these condensers on this building. This is like 15 stories up. They were like way hanging off the side of the building. So if you have a bracket that's hanging that far off the side of the building, unless you have like a counterbalance thing on the bottom holding against the building, you're really pulling a lot of pressure out on the bolts, right? The closer you have it to the building, the less,
of course,
the less the bolts want to pull out. So for the Daikin multi-split I did, I looked at the specs and it was something crazy tight on the backside, not the fan side, the backside of the Daikin. It was something like 3 inches minimum behind it, right? So I did
usually that's all they say. It
depends on the unit. Every unit is probably a little bit different. I don't remember. Don't quote me. I'm not freaking. This is like 4 years ago. But anyways, that's not the fan side. That's the opposite side of the fan.
Yes.
And it was small. Maybe it was 4 inches or something like that. But whatever it was, I did like a half inch or an inch over what they recommended, and the thing works great.
Yeah.
Cools and heats fine. It works great. I guess
amazing though. You would think they wouldn't, because they're so close to water and there's no air passing through, but it works.
So onward and upward. So
Kangaroo God is saying 3 inches for Mitsubishi. Yeah, a lot of them are small inches. I just didn't think it was 3.
Well, wow. I don't think the fan side. I think the fan side's a whole nother story.
Oh, of course, yeah, of course. The coil side, the back side, yeah.
What is this here? Oh, so now I'm moving on to your uncoiler, Joe. This is something you made now? Yes,
I made, but I got an idea from someone else, and it works great. I didn't think we were going to show this show, but sure. I don't know what pictures I gave you. I do it in sequence. It's just when you're doing radiant flooring, the uncoiler I use. You could buy new uncoilers. I've tried them before, but this thing, I made it myself. Anybody can make it. It works great, and it lasts long. All I have is a piece of plywood with those half-inch pipe stays there, iron, or they're galvanized, with casters in the middle, with a nipple in the middle as well, so that doesn't come apart. So there's casters in between those two pieces of plywood, so that piece spins. I put the coil on top of there, and then I put just another piece of wood on top of that, and it spins, and we're freewheeling, and it just stays still. And that's how I uncoil my radiant tubing.
I mean, that doesn't look like it's more than $50 in materials versus how much does an uncoiler cost? $500 or $400,
yeah.
Something like that.
And it's just and this is compact. I take out my nipples, those half-inch nipples. I unscrew them. The piece of plywood.
Hey, can you repeat that part where you said you took out your nipples?
Yeah, I take out my nipples. See, there it is. You see my nipples removed, and you see the little nipple in the middle, right, with the little cap. So the two don't split. There you go. There's a picture with my casters. You can see all the wear and tear from the casters, and that just freewheels right on that, and it just spins. And I got my coil on top of that, and I just go to town.
Yeah, Bill, you should say hi to Luke for us, please.
Does my volume work?
Yes, it's working now.
Hey, what's up, Luke? Luke and Randy. And Randy's April air thermostat. I seen he was posting a question to Ted about that in there. You should just get rid of that April air thermostat, Randy, and get yourself one of these fancy nests.
Yeah.
And then I can hack into it and talk to you.
I was actually thinking about that. I was saying like, I don't know if this is true or not. I'm not like a professional, or I don't know what you would call it, on the defense of the United States or whatever, but I really don't think we have that great of chance. We don't have an enemy that is anywhere close to us to actually attack us military wise, in my opinion. I think we're far superior military wise than anyone else in the world. That being said, I was thinking of different ways. Hopefully China is not watching this, or Russia right now, to create chaos in this country. You want to create chaos, hack into Nest or Ecobee and freaking throw off all the heat or air conditioning on all these Wi-Fi thermostats throughout the country, and it will be havoc, right?
Yeah, that's a funny thing.
Imagine all the Nests in the area in Toronto, or all the Ecobees, and they called in, they said, we don't have air conditioning today. And imagine how many calls everyone would get for that. You know what I mean? It's an easy fix, but if you have 700 people calling you, what are you going to do?
Yeah. I was going to say, before we have to wrap this up, do you want to take a few callers for a few minutes? Open up the line.
I have to. If you, why don't you give like some kind of a, mission statement or something, Joe? While I try to figure this out for a moment.
Yeah, but you sing us the Canadian national anthem.
That is a negative.
Oh, Canada.
Negative. Yeah, you guys want to call in? Gals want to call in? Anything? Shoot the shit. Couple minutes before we go, talk about anything.
Well, don't tell them to call in yet, Joe. I didn't fix the problem.
Soon.
Call in. If you can just mash buttons on your phone and randomly guess the phone number, you can call in.
Yamo did send me a message telling me it is like a JB Weld. It's called what's it called? Plastilina epoxica. So, and it's two different resins, and you mix them together, and it's like JB Weld, and that's what they use on the compressor. It's crazy.
What is different here? I didn't change anything. Joe, you should be singing right now.
That's true.
You know what? I think Bill should be singing. He owes us for his bad internet connection today.
One device. Link.
Man, I'm just rolling over here in this chat, testing out my typing skills. I'm probably at maybe like 200 words per minute right now.
Nice.
I feel like one of those old ladies that sits in a courtroom and just documents what everybody says.
I was gonna say, since we're waiting for the number, Bill, anybody in chat, I haven't worked on one in a while. So when I did that, what was it? I think a 15-ton carrier the other day, the gas valve. Man, you gotta admit, when you change a valve and you start it for the first time, you're hoping, it's usually there's always that chance, right? But when you give that, you give that first startup,
main burner, something else not working or something.
Well, no, nothing else working. I'm saying it's just you're starting a gas valve, a 15, like a big unit. You just installed its gas valve. You're just, gives you the hippie-jibbies. You know what I mean?
Now, as long as you got your safety glasses on, what you got to do is you got to crouch down, put your face right next to them burners, and just look right in there.
Right.
That's what you got to do.
Interesting.
Here it goes.
All right.
Click.
Now I guess try calling. Let's see if this works.
Yeah.
After the 10 phone calls that I missed because they come to my cell phone.
One more thing. If anybody used them, it's okay. I still love my Rigid. The Milwaukee cheater pipe wrench. I don't know, Adam, Bill. I don't know if I told you. I tried it out. I got it.
What'd you get
Not
now?
too bad. It's the Milwaukee pipe wrench. It extends.
No, I never seen that.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Extends, like the handle extends?
Yeah, you can take it out, unscrew it, put different sizes.
Really?
It's not aluminum. It's not bad.
They'd be smarter to make it aluminum, but maybe they couldn't because it.
Yeah.
Maybe the aluminum threads couldn't really hold up to the stress.
That's what I was thinking.
Speaking of
pipe,
go ahead.
Is that better than a breaker bar?
You know what it is? I don't know. It's for safety reasons. When you're up high up, I guess in the ceiling, you don't have to put that breaker bar, could slip off. It's for safety, I'm assuming. That's in firmly, but I think they're both same crap. Like they both work well. I still love the Rigid, the way it holds the pipe, the way it bites down. What I think they're using the same as Milwaukee. I think they're using coils in their spring. I'm not sure 100%, but I just like the way they bite down. And I like the rigid. I don't know. I just don't. Something about the rigid. Maybe it's just an old school thing. It's just
for some strange reason. Oh, brother.
There's a number.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna call somebody. How about that?
You're gonna call them?
Don't know who you're gonna call, but go ahead.
That's different.
I don't know if I could do that, huh?
Do they normally do that on talk shows?
Are we getting this to come through?
Randy, you missed it. We talked about thermostats the other day, but we'll get to it again one day.
Speakers.
Hey, Christian Castillo.
Yeah, I don't know.
Someone I hear it through there.
Interesting. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what the heck with this freaking?
So, did you ever try Bien? Did you ever try one of those, Adam? Other than rigid pipe wrenches? How do they feel?
I only use rigid exclusively.
I know, right?
You know what? Speaking of pipe wrenches, I've seen it before, and then Brent had it in his Pros podcast. I think it's called that. Is it called the pipe vise or whatever? Here we go. Now it's working. I just had to close it and turn it back on again.
Scott's saying he called and wasn't available.
Hello?
Well, I'm here now, but yeah, I was saying first I got Adam's personal cell phone.
Oh, that was you, right?
Don't worry, Adam, I didn't write down your number.
That's cool.
Nice. It's all good. At least it's you that called.
Yeah, well, then I was calling, and you guys kept saying call, and it was saying it would ring, and so you weren't available.
I don't know. Sorry. We're not very tech savvy the last 2 weeks here.
It's been a little shaky.
Yeah.
So how's everything been going for you?
Dude, I've had a bad couple weeks, but God willing, I still have my health.
Did you get your tools back?
Yeah, I need to get some Prozac. Let me tell you.
No,
That's right.
Oh, your tools back, not Prozac. I guess Prozac too.
No, I didn't. I had to rebuy them all.
Did you get that the package I sent you?
Yeah, I did get the package. Thank you very much.
Better late than
that
never,
shirt is
right?
pretty badass. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Hey, that was one less thing I had to buy. So
true. What were they? What'd you get? Nut drivers? What else?
I sent them some.
Just nut drivers.
Okay. Cool.
Some refrigeration technologies swag.
Yeah, badass T-shirts.
Oh yeah,
refrigeration
and
technologies. I think they're the best out there right now. To be honest with you, one of the best.
Yeah, the shirt was nice. At least you got the right size. I was very happy.
Cool.
Very good.
So how are you guys doing?
Can't complain. We're still busy. We're still not officially laid off at home. We're still gonna work together. We still got hours. Still got jobs lined up. I've lined up. He lined up. So right now it's not panic mode for me. I don't know about these guys, but it's not panic mode yet.
It's a little bit.
Well, I heard you're using maple syrup for hand sanitizers up there now.
It works.
And there's a shortage on Nylog, so that's what he's using for his flare fittings as well too.
Double-edged sword, buddy. It just works on both things. Yep.
There's not really.
Hey, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel it for sure. Definitely. I was just starting to speed up again, and pick up and do more jobs and all kinds. Service, everything was getting a little bit more busy, and then this thing hit, and estimate after estimate canceled. And there's one thing after another. We're actually. I mentioned this the other week. We've gotten a couple sales off of Amanda's deal where they give a free condenser, but it's like if this was at any other time, people would be jumping on this left and right, but they just don't want you in their house,
Yeah.
Well, are you selling IAQ? Because I hear there's companies out here doubling the price and stuff for them.
Well, here's my problem with that. All right, I get it, and yes, you might be doing a service to somebody by selling IAQ. The thing is, I don't know of any product that knows 100% certainty that it's killing coronavirus. Okay, and I don't want to be one of those like snake oil guys that are going out there and being like, "This is what you need to stay healthy," because they're the next person that's going to get the coronavirus, and then how are you going to look on the internet when they start posting stuff about you? You know what I mean?
Well, what if they sue you? If you told them that now they have IAQ and they're not going to have a coronavirus and they get sick.
Right. That's my point. And I like you hear all these, the distributors, they're out of, they sold in the last week. I talked to one of them and they sold 250 boxes, the Remy Halo, or and they just can't keep them in stock. But I'm not. I do exactly the same thing that I've always done, and I talk about what I believe in, and I'm not claiming anything is killing the coronavirus because I don't know for a fact. I'm not a scientist. I'm not designing this stuff.
Yeah.
That's my point.
You're right, Dave. Scare cells are BS, and it's true. There was somebody, I don't know if you heard, Dave, somebody up here just got nabbed. He tried to sell home self checkers, whatever you want to call it, to check if you have corona, home kits, and he sent them across the border to the States, to you guys, and he got nabbed. They caught him. But yeah, so many people are just trying these dirty things.
I mean, a lot of these companies, like, if you look into a lot of the IAQ out there, it actually will put things that are harmful into the air, like ozone or other things that could affect people with asthma or this or that. So I used to always be like, yeah, you want the Cadillac, you get a UV light, you get an air cleaner, you get this, you get that, everything. Now what I believe in is, you want something that performs well, you get a 1-inch filter, very low pressure drop, and you get a bypass HEPA. That's what you get, and that's the best I could do for you. If you want to bring in fresh air, that's another thing that will help out drastically too, but all these products, I don't know. I just don't have any proof of anything, and I don't know what it. We're not doctors, so no. I don't want to play one, right?
And Chris said it right in the chat too. I agree, Adam. It may help, but the customer needs to know it's a chance it may or may not work, and UV can also be harmful. Absolutely.
Well, I appreciate you guys taking my call. I'll give someone else a chance to give a call in. You guys take it easy, and I'll see you guys next week.
Glad to hear it, Scott. Hang in there, buddy.
Take care.
Take care, eh? Stay safe, bud.
So all I had to do was close the window and open it back up again. The old turn it off and turn it back on, and it worked.
There you go.
Huh.
There you know.
That's what they always tell me to do. You know what? Actually, Comcast, whenever my internet's not working right, I'm yelling at them that my internet's not working. They're like, did you try turning off the modem and turning it back on again?
They all say the same thing. Turn off the reset, sir. Turn it on and off. Oh, God, give me a break.
Yes, I tried it. And then once you tell me you tried it, well, let's try it again. So after I did try it, and I'm on the phone with them, I'm sitting on the couch. Okay, did you turn it off? Yeah, I turned it off.
Right?
It's all right, let's wait 15 seconds and turn it back on. Okay, just turn it back on. I'm still sitting on the couch in the same spot.
Yeah, exactly. I think
I'm going to do that tonight.
Right? Poor Bill. As soon as he said Comcast, his eyes lit up. It's like saying turn your furnace off and on, like when there's an issue. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Like our walk-in cooler's not working. Well, did you try turning it off and turning it back on again? Because usually that's the only problem with it. You just got to reset it, and then it'll work fine for the rest of your life.
I mean, honestly, if I get a service call at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night, I might tell somebody to do that. If I don't want to go out to their house, I'll tell them, hey, try turning off the power and turn it back on. Because it could be a flame sensor. It could be a limit, a dirty filter, or something else. And it could get them going just for a couple hours, but until I get out there. But that's not a permanent fix, right?
Absolutely not. No. Well, let's see if we get one more caller before we shut her down, eh, boys?
Who should we take? Who should call in?
Anybody.
We need somebody new. Let's get somebody new calling in.
You want me to call in?
Yeah, why don't you call in, Bill?
Not really new.
We got a good connection.
Yeah, I'm kind of boring. I got nothing good to say.
Well, at least your call is better.
I'm having an off day because I'm still angered by my new internet service.
Yeah, because you were preaching about it the other day. Like, oh, I switched over
Yeah.
to business. It's this cat.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like you're supposed to be the cat's meow or whatever these young kids are saying now.
Yeah.
You know, this business internet just like dedicated, like they never change the speed of it. It's always going to be this and that. And they're like, yeah, you'll have plenty of speed to do your stupid YouTube dumb shit. They told me, and I'm like, yeah, okay, that'll work out good. And some guy came over, hooked it all up, and here I am,
Yeah.
all blurry.
What are we gonna do?
Adam managed to get it going in this crazy ass time. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know. They're saying it's like summer here. I don't know. They say to use the energy, could try to consume your energy during the nighttime hours. They already started saying that here because people are all home now, right? So
Mhm.
Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut?
Yep.
Yeah, I have no heat. It just went out like 3 weeks ago. I was wondering if you could
Rick.
come out here in the next 20 minutes.
If you could do me a favor and just turn the switch off and turn it back on again, you'll probably be all right.
Oh, the last 4 companies told me to do that, and it didn't work.
Mm.
Probably
Try
you
doing
didn't
it
take
quicker.
pills.
Oh,
Sounds like you have a bad heat exchanger.
Oh, well, I had JB Weld on it, and I'd already soldered it shut, so it's working fine. That's not the problem.
Oh.
It needs more Freon.
did you see that, JB Weld? Oh my
Need
god.
some more Freon in your heat exchanger.
Yeah.
How are you guys able to do all 3 at the same time? Just like a Google number of some sort?
Yes, Google number. Google
Are you guys
Voice.
like that far ahead? How are you able to talk to me yet you're talking on the TV? This all pre-recorded
funny.
bullshit or what?
I thought we were slick and mystical until it didn't work, and then I had to turn it off and turn it back on, and it did work.
Huh. This is kind of neat because I thought about trying to do that. I got a Google number on my phone that I can usually pick, but I haven't done it before. So
Yep.
Well, I'm glad you called in. Tell us how your week's been through all this time, Rick, before we have to wrap it up. Let us know.
Yeah, Rick,
what's
tell
going
us
on
when you're going to go live and do your own live stream.
well, I've been fighting to try to get that video I just released done because I owed that to them. So that's finally finished. Now I can actually start doing whatever. But basically, I thought maybe this Thursday thing, but then I found out Zach's doing stuff on that night. So I don't know. It's kind of corny because, I mean, everybody's on some night. So maybe just go
Wednesday.
earlier. I was trying to do
Wednesday's
it early
free.
enough that you could hit people on both sides of the coast. But
on? Yeah, gotcha.
Or
through
you-
the week, basically, we're just been slow. I've been getting my hours, but it's just I work slow. That way,
Yeah.
I'm not flying through and going home early. So I mean, but other than that, I mean, it's been okay. But it's like you guys said earlier, it's been weird. I've done some residential where you're going to the houses and they seem like they're okay, but you sit there and start wondering in the back of your mind, are you getting something? You start wearing gloves at first until you start touching your pen, your notepad, and everything else. Before you know it, it's like, what's the point? If you're going to
Right? Exactly.
I mean, I gave up. I literally was starting to wear the gloves, and I'm like, this is stupid. I don't see how I'm effectively going to be able to do this without,
I mean, anything you
transferring
touch,
it to
it's
something I'm going to touch later.
Your tools, your phone, your truck, like
Yeah.
everything. It's
Yeah,
it's
the
almost
door
impossible,
handles, all that.
Yeah.
And then you walk into the customer's house and you grab their handle. You don't know how many times they hacked and coughed on that. And then, then don't forget your shoes because, I was watching some doctors and stuff and it made sense. If people cough and that stuff floats onto the ground, you're getting on your shoes, you walk in your house and it's like, so I'm trying to take that off before I come in or at least on the linoleum area and no further than that. So, I mean, it's you're almost to the point where screw it. Let's just get this over with like Chris was saying earlier, because I'm tired of worrying about it. I just want to get it over with.
True.
Well,
Either
and-
lock us all down or give us. I don't
No,
know.
I mean we're not supposed to go anywhere other than grocery stores and pretty much any other place you'd normally go. So I mean, but I'm just staying home because there ain't much else to do. The stores, or as far as restaurants, has been takeout only for about a week and a half now, 2 weeks.
have you guys
Which has cut our business down quite a bit.
have you guys experienced like when you're out in a public area and you're just you're not sick, but you like you drink water odd or something like that.
Yeah.
And whatever.
Yeah.
And you have like a little
like a
cough
bubble
to
in your
you,
throat.
and you're like, oh my god, somebody's gonna like I'm gonna be lynched right now. Like
Yeah.
Oh, you cough like that one YouTube video where the guy coughed and they shot him as soon as he did it.
There was I saw.
Oh, no way.
I saw.
didn't see that.
I
Wow.
saw like
That one was pretty funny.
there was a meme that
Uh,
it showed that it's like I used to cough to cover a fart, and now I fart to cover my cough.
That's pretty good, definitely.
Awesome.
But yeah, I just thought I'd call in, throw you guys a bone, just make sure it worked.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you.
So
No problem, man. You guys be safe out there.
you too, Rick, and anybody knows.
Stay clean.
Yeah, HVAC Survival, awesome YouTuber.
Toodles.
Toodles,
Toodles, poodles, and
Toodles,
noodles.
man. Yeah. See ya.
See ya.
Do-do-do.
Let's wrap this up, boys.
I wish I could get
think
rid of that
we're done.
thing, you know.
Yeah.
So
We want to give away T-shirt or something? I think we should give away a
probably
T-shirt.
give a refrigeration technology. They're
Yeah, let's
awesome.
do it, man.
They have
It's sad times.
the shortage of Nylog, so they're passing out maple syrup for everyone right now. If you could find Nylog, I highly recommend picking it up because there's a huge worldwide shortage right now.
Well, I'm gonna start bottling maple syrup and saying, filling up my empties.
Yeah.
Do you think anybody would notice? You actually taste it too, eat it.
Let me see if I have I don't have the shirt in front of me. I wasn't prepared for this. I thought I was so prepared today. But if somebody wants a shirt, call in. You get a shirt. You get a shirt.
You should give away a single piece of wood out of your little stockpile there. An HVAC overtime log. I remember
Or
a cartoon
Steve.
long ago, Ren and Stimpy.
Oh yeah, Ren and Stimpy. Yeah.
Yeah, they used to have a funny commercial. It was like all the kids playing with a log. Rolls downstairs, rolls over your neighbor's dog. Something log. It's hilarious.
Stimpy. Oh wow.
Jessica says she doesn't like zombies. You know what? This kind of feels like the freaking zombie apocalypse. Like it's almost like it feels like the beginning of it, doesn't it?
I told you, man.
I know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Better start practicing them headshots.
I don't know.
As soon as this coronavirus mutates a little bit more and people start craving flesh and brains.
I know, dude. Hope not. Hope it doesn't get there. Anyways, how are we gonna give this T-shirt away? I don't want to talk about this corona anymore. It's depressing.
If somebody wants a T-shirt, we got a whole box of them here. Whole box of them. They're great T-shirts. They look great.
I'll
Hold
take
on
one.
a second.
I want to win one.
I'm gonna grab one, but I'm gonna. How do I do
Who
this?
sent in things? Who sent in emails today? Just Steve. This week.
That's who we showed Steve's and then yours, Adam's.
Steve, yeah. There was actually hold on. Coming
It would've
back
been
on
great
line
to-
here. There's a few other ones. You know what? I'm just gonna go through. There's two more. There's two more. We're almost at the end of this. Real quick before we give away the shirt.
Okay, go for it.
I don't know who sent this one. I don't know, because one of you guys, if this was posted on Facebook or what, but it's an exhaust pipe right next to. It looks like a Goodman condenser, completely rotted away. Bill or Joe sent it over maybe from Facebook, but that was that's interesting. I love when people do that. Awesome way
Well,
to terminate your PVC.
If you're in the chat, if you sent this, you have a good chance of getting a T-shirt. That's awesome. Wow, look at that, just killing it.
Killing it on a Goodman, you know. And this is another one. A lot of melted controls in here. I'm not sure what happened. It almost looks like a capacitor failed, like oil, but not. It looks like actually there's like a fire in there. I don't know. Huh? Who knows? We need context with this stuff. I'm just guessing. This is just a guess. You know.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Yeah.
So here we are, Refrigeration Technologies, biggest supplier of maple syrup in the world.
Beautiful T-shirts. Oh yeah, look at those controls. Wow. Looks like a defroster. Where is that? What kind of unit is that?
I think it's a Heatcraft condensing unit.
Good call, Bill. Maybe because I see the time. Yeah.
So that's it. That was the end of it. But yeah, if somebody wants a T-shirt, call in. If not, then we're out of here.
Yeah. Call in just for a T-shirt.
Don't call
It's
in.
the most exciting giveaway ever. You want one, call in, whatever.
Wait,
I don't
you know,
care.
you know what? I didn't think of anything. I don't know if you thought of anything.
What did you think of? What did you think of? I thought of anything. You thought
Well,
of anything?
if Steve didn't get one, Bill, I think we agreed that since he sent the email in, the pictures, he should get one by default.
Did we set? I might have sent him one. Steve, did you
Okay.
get a shirt? Oh, he did. He said nice shirt. So maybe not.
Hamilton wants one. I know Dave said he wants one.
Well, call in and say hello.
Call in.
If you
Dave,
guys all
just say
want
hi.
shirts,
Hamilton,
call
just
in and say hello,
hi.
Hamilton.
Say hi. I'm safe. I'm doing well. I want a T-shirt. Bye. I'm happy.
Well, I need to put the number up, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Good point, Justin. Thanks.
It's a good thing Justin's a responsible adult who helps us figure out what we're doing.
Well, this is amateur hour, you know. This is not like Zach.
Yeah.
Zach's been doing this for 20 years. We just started this 5 weeks ago.
I'm gonna watch his show and start taking some notes.
Christian, call. The number will be up soon.
All right, nobody wants the shirt. We got another person though.
We
Everyone
are
wants the
Steve.
shirt, but they don't want to call in. Say hello.
Well, the number's not up yet. The number's
not
not
the
up
number's
yet.
up. There's a lag, you hoser.
Okay. So it's not up.
Hamilton's trying to call in.
There it is.
Hold
See,
on.
Hamilton's a sneak. He knew the number before.
Trying to call in. There it is. Boom.
Maybe there's a lag in the phone lines.
Domino's.
What do you say, man?
What's up?
What's happening? Old Hamilton Mechanical for you.
How you feeling?
There you go. Jeez. That's all it took. How are you,
Told you I was-
how you
I-
holding up? Yeah, go ahead.
I called 4 times and nobody answered.
It
Okay,
wasn't,
okay,
it
all right,
wasn't
all right.
ringing. I think there's an issue with Google right now because we're having an
That
issue.
doesn't-
We're having an issue with the live stream. We're not getting a preview on the screen, and also the Google Voice is acting very wonky right now. So
That doesn't surprise me, man. I think everybody's struggling across the country right now. Data usage is through the roof.
Absolutely, bud. Well, hopefully you're staying safe. Are you guys still busy?
Man, I actually landed a job in the middle of all this. I just got employment last Thursday for the first time in 3 years as an electrician apprentice.
Yes, I remember you telling me that. Yep.
So yeah, so been staying busy. Luckily, it's just me and one other guy. We're kind of isolated in our little part of the factory expansion that we're doing. So, you know, we're not really coming in contact with many people.
It's funny you say that because there's a few bigger companies here, union companies down here or up here, whatever, that are laying off the journeyman but keeping the young apprentice and the cheaper apprentice because they're obviously cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
So the apprentice might be saved through all this. You know.
I'm still counting myself blessed as even being able to get a job in the middle of all this because I just finished school at the end of February, right as all this was really taking off. So kind of a bad time to be looking for a job.
Yeah,
Absolutely, no
definitely.
kidding. You are lucky, and you know what? It's a good trade to get into electrical. What size are you, bud?
Man, I'm a large.
Boom. See if we have one. Do we have one?
We
Adam?
definitely have a large. We're running low on large. I'm gonna have to do a count for next week because a lot of people are
Awesome.
large. So
Cool. Send your
That'll
information
go
at
great.
the email.
HVAC
I
Overtime.
will do. I will do. That'll go great with my Curious Guy HVAC shirt I already got. So
Bam.
Heck yeah.
see,
and
I'm
that
collecting them. I'm collecting them all.
Yeah, and that cool hat you got.
Do you want to take us out, Hamilton?
Sure, man.
All right.
What do you want me to say?
What do you want to say? What do you want to say?
Man, I want everybody out there to stay safe and keep themselves well because I really enjoy you all letting me hang out in the chat, even though I'm not technically an HVAC guy. I do have my 608 at least, so I feel like I have a little credit here.
Yeah.
But, you know, I appreciate you guys letting me hang out in the chat. All of you all that I talk to in here are really cool people, and I want to see everyone out there stay safe and come through this on the right side.
Awesome.
Perfect.
It's better than what I could have done.
Yep.
We'll
Awesome.
see you on the flip side.
What?